What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today we are going to finish this tiny house in the trees. Got Jason up there acting all awkward.
We need to get this this roof on.
Yeah, so we're going to put the roof on, the walls, add some windows in, and also add a little something at the end, which you guys have to stay tuned and figure out what we're going to be putting in.
I'm excited.
Now that we got the actual frame up,
We're going to start on the roof. We're going to put the rafters across, then the fern strips, and then metal. And that'll drop this. We're not doing a very big slant. We don't really need it. It'll be enough for water to go off. So yeah, it won't be anything too crazy, but it'll definitely work.
shoot dang, we are building a tree house.
Yep. So instead of cutting the metal we had, the tin for 8 foot, we'll just leave it. That way you'll have somewhat of an overhang right here in the front. So for some reason it is raining, you can still sit here and enjoy it a little bit. Or if it snows, it'll keep it off of this spot. Plus it'll just be cool, less cutting, get it done. So let's get these up there. Six inches should be fine.
And then in the front, how would you say, about 2.5 feet or so?
30 inches.
30. Nice little overhang for the front porch.
Yeah. That way too, if you ever wanted to grow like little herbs and stuff like that, green onions, cilantro, you can actually hang little baskets and grow them in the front. It'd be pretty cool just to have that. You can literally reach out your window, grab some,
it hanging from there. And
yeah, and then cook.
Safety first, people.
All right, so now we're putting these brackets in. As you can tell, there's not one here. We're sticking them in here, and it's gonna keep it from shaking, a little sturdier, and then plus it blocks the wind, and it gives us something to screw to on the outside.
What you've already done on the front end over here, you can see.
Alright, now we're going to start putting in these hurricane brackets. Give it a little more strength in case that wind comes through. Alright, so now we're going to put these furring strips up here, and they'll run this way, which will lock the roof together. Plus, we'll put our metal or tin into that, and that's what it'll be hooked onto. So I measure it out. We're gonna have a little overhang. That's where the door's gonna be. It'll overhang on that side. We'll cut around the tree, and yeah, just kind of go with it.
It's all right. Huh?
Must be wet. Don't waste all that, because we need it for the...
Definitely warmer. Right here.
Those ribs just shouldn't take that long. The stuff that's already burnt right here should light pretty quick. I don't know where that tree came from.
Float it up.
Just kind of, since it's already burnt, should hit fairly quickly. That ain't gonna, you have to let it burn first.
I'm just gonna let it just go down. Now that I'm living out my life, it's time for me to have a little bit of fun.
Using some Bud Light boxes to get this going. We found some ash, or some coals that someone else had already had. Figured to get lit pretty good.
Hear that butter sizzling inside those potatoes?
It's gonna be good.
Ooh. Some of these country style ribs on here.
Oh yeah. Where's that seasoning?
I'll have to flip these with my knife. Man, these things are fat.
This seasoning's good.
It's gonna cook them quick, but it's all right.
This is that
it looks like a
rib
lot,
rack.
but you want that
It's good.
We'll season the other side here in a second. Should have brought some chairs.
Yeah. I wouldn't really open that up.
Nice and warm right here.
Yeah. So we figured to celebrate Jared's, I guess, first week.
Come out by the river and do what I like doing, outdoor cooking. Got some potatoes and some country style ribs. Heck yeah, Jason just seasoned my hand. Put a lot of seasoning on there, get a lot of flavor. It's just a bunch of dry rub. We're not gonna marinated it with anything. These potatoes are gonna be awesome. I want to burn the potatoes on purpose to get that crunch.
Yeah, it was actually really good last time we burnt them.
Should put my hand there.
The treehouse build's pretty fun.
Yeah, we got the roof on earlier, and excuse me. But yeah, we got the roof on the treehouse ready, and next thing is what, windows and then the siding?
Yeah, windows and siding, and then
we'll work a little bit on the interior.
Yeah, do some of that. It'd be fun. It's very interesting building that high up. If this was on the ground, it'd already be done.
Yeah.
It's just 10 times harder up in the air.
You just hear those potatoes cooking in that butter.
But then we got to build some stairs, stuff like that.
Then we get to work on your house.
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole lot. But we've got all the time in the world, people.
Yeah, I know.
That's the funny thing is, everyone's like, you need to hurry up and finish and doing this, and it's like,
we work on our time.
Yeah, I ain't in a rush at all.
I felt like I've always been like,
yeah,
like I have a schedule, and my phone's constantly telling me, you got a meeting, you got this, you got a meeting, this, and this throughout the day.
More.
I've deleted my email from work, my Teams that we have, instant messaging. Oh man, it's been the best day of my life.
Yep. But let's check these out up a little closer. It's like Jiffy Pop. Don't know. Well, I guess.
Oh, yes, that perfect little
crisp.
Yes, sir.
That's looking good, old son.
It should have cooked over coals instead of actual.
Yeah, but this is gonna be good.
Keep moving around, it'll be good.
We're fighting with the sun here, so we're trying to finish.
All right, guys, it's starting to get dark. We still have a little bit longer on the potatoes, but the ribs, they're tasting really good. Jason's over there snacking on them, but we're gonna go ahead and wrap everything up, head back up to the cabin.
Get some sleep.
Yeah, catch up on a little bit of sleep, and then, you know what, hit it hard tomorrow and maybe knock out the rest of this little tiny house in the trees. All right, children, this is why you make sure your area is clean before you start cutting. I was cutting with the saw here. This plug was plugged into here, and this bracket that we're not even using was laying around, and all three of them touched, and it melted it off. So now we gotta think of something else because we don't have a saw.
Look at that.
Right there.
Burnt the treehouse down there.
Right there, burned it. Burn this, burn that.
Show that up close. Put them next to each other.
Burnt those.
Look at that, guys.
And right there. That's how you start fires, people.
Jeez.
Be safe.
All right, guys, so even though it is a small treehouse, we got a little wood burning stove. This is more of a camp cooking one, but we're gonna turn it into a treehouse stove. Alright, so we got the pipe in. I got some high heat silicone. It's meant for this, so we're gonna go ahead and seal it up, top and bottom. Let it dry, then we'll get a fire going. Again, this is not, I don't recommend doing this for a normal house. This is just a tree house. But this should work. Alright guys, so we got this going. We're going to light it up. Hopefully it won't smoke out of there. This is a temporary setup, of course.
The first night in the treehouse.
Yeah, we just wanted to see if it'd even warm up in here. All of this is temporary, so we're going to get this going. Fingers crossed that it'll all work good. Alright guys, so we got the fire going as you saw. This stove is definitely way too big for this. This is a 5x7 in here. It's tiny, but we wanted to get Jared to sleep in here before he left. So we have this piping and everything. This was not meant for this. This was just an outdoor cooking stove, but we figured, hey, if you could put fire in it, why would you not use it? And unfortunately, as of right now, there are still holes in the bottom. We didn't put plywood down or anything, but Jared wants to rough it and see how good these, what are these rated at, 30 degrees? 0 degrees. 0 degrees sleeping bags. So he's going to try that. This backing right here is all temporary. Even the blocks on the bottom are temporary. We're going to put a floor in here, all that stuff. We haven't even trimmed up the outside or nothing. This is literally a 5x7. There's more windows than there are walls. So, yeah, we're going to do all that. But we just figured, hey, let's try this out. If he could survive the night in this right now, then whenever it's finished, it's going to be a lot easier to survive in. But we got the jackery down there with some power on it to get us some light. But, yeah, we are, I don't know, 12, 13 feet up in a tree house right now, so why not? It's fun.
All right, guys, this is the 0 degree sleeping bag. This is what we've been sleeping in. No, we're both not sleeping in this. Jason's going to be sleeping in the micro house, but we've been using these for the last, I don't know, month or so, and it's comfy. Now I'm just sleeping on a normal pillow. You can see down here there's cracks. So it's going to let air in, but I put this over me. Oh, yeah. It's toasty in this thing. This thing is, I would recommend this. They're about 150 bucks or so at, where was it at?
Bass Pro.
Bass Pro. And if you're going camping and you want a nice sleeping bag, these things are heavy duty and they will keep you warm. So looking forward to this. It's my first night in the treehouse. Like I said, got the fire over here. Plenty of room to just stretch out and everything, and but yeah, it's not bad. All right, so all in all, I think I'm gonna be able to stay warm tonight with this 0 degree bag, the fire going. It's currently 28 degrees. I'm gonna make it. It's supposed to dip down to about 22 or so, but being 12 feet up, having nothing covering the wind at the bottom, there's still cracks and stuff need to be filled in. It's gonna be a interesting night, I'll just say that. But I'm looking forward to this thing catching on a little bit better, and I'm gonna stay warm tonight. All right, guys. So Jason just left to go back to the micro cabin for the night. I have my fire nice and hot. I'm in my 0 degree bag here. I am sleeping in a 7x5 treehouse about 12 or 13 feet off the ground. You can still see cracks in the floor here. We are going to go back and put plywood down to kind of block the breeze and stuff, but I'm going to try to bear it out tonight, see how cold it gets. I'm going to check back in the morning once I wake up. Hopefully I survive. So I survived my first night out here in the treehouse off-grid at Jason's place. I'm going to wait for him to wake up and come up here. Like I said, I got my fire going again, make some coffee, stay warm. Right now, it's pretty cold, I'm not going to lie. If you probably can't see my breath. 21 degrees in a sleeping bag in a treehouse. Alright guys, it's the next morning.
It's cold as shit.
Yeah, it's 21 degrees right now. I survived the night. Hey Bubba, he's big.
Not a whole lot of room in there for both of us, so I was not going to cuddle with him.
Yeah, it was, we're brothers by the way, he was joking. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was definitely something new to me. Outside that sleeping bag, it was cold because the fire went out around midnight and it's about 7 o'clock now. But inside that sleeping bag, I tell you what guys, once again, that is a lifesaver. If you go camping or do any kind of outdoor sleeping, I would recommend getting one of those. It's one of the 0 degrees you can get from, was it Bass Pro?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was awesome sleeping in there for the first night. I wanted to do it no matter how finished the building was. It's still not 100% finished. We still got to build the door for it. I just used a slab of wood to cover that up. We got to trim out everything, and then we're going to put a layer of, I guess, OSB or something on the floor. Or
yeah,
some
we'll
plywood
probably
on the
put
floor.
some, I have some like reflectant insulation stuff down, then put plywood.
Because it was, you could definitely feel the cracks with all the wind.
Yeah, and then we probably will still keep looking for a smaller stove to put in there. That's overkill.
Yeah.
It's pretty big, takes up a lot of room, but for now, it's something to put in there. We already had it, stuff like that. So we will eventually fix all of that, but that was just a temporary thing, so it wouldn't freeze.
Yeah, I mean, it's cold out here, but if you want to see the entire build from start to finish, Jason will be doing a time lapse on his channel sometime in the future.
Yeah.
But or you can go back and watch the other video that I had a couple of days ago or about a week or two ago.
Yeah, and then we'll be building a bunch on the bottom too,
Yeah.
and we still got to build the stairs and all that. So a lot to come with this.
But hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, go down and smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the Crockers, my channel, Jared Crocker, our older brother.
The real Matt Crocker.
I forgot what his channel was. And then Crocker Simply Southern, which is our parents. So hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys later.